In a league built on spectacle, OG Anunoby has chosen stillness. In a sport increasingly driven by volume of points, personalities, narratives, and noise, Anunoby has quietly assembled one of the most reliable, respected, and structurally important careers of his generation. His journey is not one of constant reinvention or public declaration. It is a career constructed through discipline, patience, and an unwavering commitment to substance over surface. He does not demand attention. He earns trust. And in basketball, trust is the rarest currency of all. Anunoby's life began in London, England, but his formative years unfolded in the American Midwest, where structure, routine, and work ethic often define success. Born to Nigerian parents, he grew up within a household shaped by values of responsibility, humility, and perseverance. These values did not encourage flamboyance or shortcuts. They encouraged preparation. From an early age, Anunoby learned that excellence was not something announced. It was something demonstrated repeatedly, often without recognition. When his family relocated to Missouri, basketball became a central outlet, but not an obsession detached from discipline. He was not raised in an environment that promised basketball stardom. Instead, he was taught to approach opportunities seriously, to respect instruction, and to understand that effort precedes reward. That foundation would later define the way he approached every stage of his basketball life. As a high school player, Anunoby was not initially viewed as a future NBA cornerstone. He was athletic, strong, and intelligent, but he was not flashy. He did not dominate with volume scoring. He did not chase highlight moments. What he did was absorb instruction and apply it immediately. Coaches noticed his willingness to defend, his attentiveness to spacing, and his instinctive understanding of team basketball. These traits, while less glamorous than scoring totals, are the traits that survive transitions. Indiana University became the setting where Anunoby's game began to crystallize. At Indiana, he was not asked to be the focal point of the offense. He was asked to contribute to a system, to defend at a high level, and to execute his responsibilities without hesitation. In that environment, his adaptability became his defining trait. He guarded multiple positions, switched seamlessly, and demonstrated a natural feel for timing and angles. Then came adversity. A devastating knee injury threatened to derail his trajectory. For many players, such a setback becomes a dividing line, before and after. For Anunoby, it became a period of intellectual growth. Rehabilitation forced him to slow down, to study film, to understand the game from a different vantage point. He learned how offenses manipulate defenders, how spacing dictates movement, and how anticipation can compensate for lost explosiveness. By the time he returned, his physical tools were complemented by a sharper basketball mind. Entering the NBA draft, Anunoby was viewed as a risk, talented but injured, promising but unproven offensively. The Toronto Raptors selected him late in the first round, a position that often signals opportunity without certainty. First-round status provides access, but it does not guarantee longevity. For Anunoby, the draft position reinforced what he already knew. Nothing would be handed to him. From his earliest days in Toronto, it was evident that Anunoby understood how to survive in the league. He did not force offense. He did not disrupt flow. He defended immediately, earning the trust of veterans and coaches alike. Defense, for Anunoby, was not merely effort, it was intellect. He read passing lanes. He positioned his body precisely. He used his strength not to overpower, but to absorb. Toronto's system rewarded intelligence and versatility, and Anunoby fit seamlessly. As the team evolved, he became a defensive constant amid shifting roles and lineups. Whether guarding elite wings, larger forwards, or quick guards, Anunoby adapted without complaint. His willingness to accept any assignment made him indispensable. The 2019 championship season provided a masterclass in collective sacrifice. Although Anunoby missed much of the playoff run due to injury, the experience shaped his understanding of what championship basketball demands. He witnessed how preparation, attention to detail, and emotional discipline determine outcomes at the highest level. When he returned to full health, he carried those lessons into his approach, becoming more deliberate, more poised, and more impactful. One moment encapsulated his emerging reputation, a playoff buzzer beater delivered with no theatrics. The shot was monumental. But Anunoby's reaction was telling. No exaggerated celebration, no self-promotion, just calm acknowledgement. The moment spoke louder than any words could. It confirmed what teammates already knew. He was reliable under pressure. As seasons passed, Anunoby's offensive game expanded quietly. He improved his three-point shooting, particularly from the corners and wings. He learned when to attack closeouts and when to reset the offense. His handle improved incrementally, enough to punish mismatches without overextending himself. His offensive growth mirrored his defensive philosophy, efficient, purposeful, and controlled. Defensively, Anunoby evolved into one of the league's most versatile stoppers. His ability to guard across positions became a strategic advantage. Coaches deployed him as a solution rather than a supplement. When facing elite scorers, Anunoby was not asked to dominate the game. He was asked to contain chaos. And he did so repeatedly. What distinguishes Anunoby's defense is not aggression, but balance. He rarely gambles. He rarely loses position. He understands that defense is about denying comfort, not chasing highlights. Opponents often find themselves expending energy without reward, gradually worn down by his consistency. Off the court, Anunoby maintained privacy. In an era where branding often eclipses performance, he resisted unnecessary exposure. He focused on recovery, preparation, and mental balance. His interests beyond basketball reflected curiosity and self-containment. This separation between profession and identity protected him from the volatility that can accompany professional sports. Injuries continued to test him, but his responses remained consistent. He approached recovery methodically, refusing to rush timelines or compromise long-term health. Each return reinforced his reliability. Coaches trusted him because he trusted preparation. When his career path led him to New York, the transition felt less like a gamble and more like alignment. The city values toughness, accountability, and defensive pride. Anunoby embodied those qualities. His arrival immediately elevated the team's defensive identity. Rotations sharpened. Assignments clarified. Standards rose. With the Knicks, Anunoby did not assume a vocal leadership role. He led through example. His effort set the tone. His composure stabilized lineups. His presence allowed others to play more freely, knowing that defensive integrity would not be compromised. Offensively, he continued to deliver timely contributions. He attacked mismatches decisively. He spaced the floor intelligently. He finished through contact with strength and control. His scoring did not dominate headlines, but it shaped outcomes. Anunoby's career challenges conventional definitions of stardom. He does not dominate usage rates. He does not monopolize attention. Yet his absence is immediately felt. Defensive ratings shift. Matchups become complicated. Team identity softens. His value is structural rather than cosmetic. For younger players, Anunoby represents a different blueprint for success. One that prioritizes habits over hype. One that values consistency over volume. His journey demonstrates that longevity is built on adaptability and discipline, not constant reinvention. As the NBA continues to evolve, players like Anunoby become increasingly vital. Positionless basketball demands versatility. Defensive intelligence becomes currency. Teams searching for sustainability look to players who stabilize systems rather than disrupt them. Anunoby fits that demand perfectly. His career is a testament to the power of silence, not as absence, but as control. He shows that leadership does not always require speech. Sometimes it requires presence. Sometimes it requires restraint. Sometimes it requires doing the work no one applauds, night after night. OG Anunoby may never dominate marketing campaigns or viral conversations, but his influence endures in wins, in matchups neutralized, in systems reinforced. He is proof that greatness does not always announce itself. Sometimes it builds quietly, steadily, and unbreakably. In a league that never stops talking, OG Anunoby has made silence a strength. OG Anunoby's journey reminds us that greatness isn't always loud. Sometimes it's disciplined, consistent, and quietly undeniable. Thank you for watching. If you appreciate long-form basketball tributes that explore the deeper foundations of winning, remember to like, share, and subscribe for more.